Okay, hi again. This is my second video that I was explaining. So, in this video, I will explain in detail what's our algorithm, what's our concept was, our basic concept was. Okay, so as I told you, this is a cell designer software, and you can see all the pathways in this one. You can see different reactions, molecules, and all. Okay, as I explained in my previous video. So, what our plan was, as I told you, all the incoming reactions will give +1, outgoing reactions will give -1 to that molecule, and if there is no reaction, if that molecule is involving, that value will be 0, like that. Okay, so I have a paper here we have prepared. Okay, here some pathway is showing here. So all the names of the molecules are represented and reactions are represented. So for simplicity, we can make that as a molecules name as A, B, C, D, like that, and reactions name as V1, V2, V3, like that we have mentioned. Okay, and this is just for simplicity. We have changed the names or assigned some numeric some alphabets for the molecules and reactions. Okay, so like this we have there is a one pathway, TGF beta signaling pathway. So for that we have assigned all we have calculated this kind of values plus by giving the values +1 -1 to the reactions and to that protein molecules in that involving in that reaction. So this is how the value we have given. As you can see, this is just a -1 +1 0, like that. The value this is the ABCD, these are the molecules, and the V1, V2, V3, these are the vectors, like reactions name, reaction IDs, you can say. So A and V1, that is giving the 0 value, that means so A is not involved in the V1 reaction and not in V2 reaction, like that. It is involving in last, so B1 reaction it is involving, so that is it's outgoing reaction, outgoing flux, you can say. So it is giving -1 value for A, and B it's given -1 value to that. And there are some proteins which is involved in many reactions, so it's given more than -1, -2, like that. Okay, so we have to calculate this kind of values for each of the reactions that is coming in. So this kind of values should be assigned for each of the molecules based on the reaction, incoming reactions or outgoing reactions, like this. Okay, so this is what we have to calculate. And once we have get all these data, numerical data, like digits 0, 1, like this kind of one. So what we were doing is this is kind of a matrix we were doing, and we made use of a matrix MATLAB software. Currently I'm using Ubuntu. This is a free mat software I'm using. This is similar to matrix kind of thing, it's free there. So here we were taking all the values -1 +1, whatever we were getting in a variable, and displaying manner. Okay, so this is all these different molecules, and these are different reactions. Okay, so columns are different molecules, rows are different reactions. So once we taken all those values, we were calculating SVD, single value decomposition, it was called as. So my senior, my guide who has worked on this concept, and he was asking this feature to be included in that. So single value decomposition we have to calculate, and that used to give three different value variables results. We were taking that values into three different variables, U, S, V, and this is how it looks. So U contains this data, V contains this one, and V contains this. So it's a numerical data, we don't understand anything out of that. We need to get a clear understanding what the data, how the data displays. So it's similar to that, whatever we have entered, whatever we have given through that pathway. So let's plot that data, like we will plot. Okay, that's a vector, that's what we require actually. So once we plot it in the form of a graph, we are getting this kind of results. So as you can observe, that about some 10th molecule. Okay, like 10th molecule, that would be, so 1 2 3, this one I value, I molecule, that is having a least value of point minus point 0.8. So this is the one, and the name we have found out is some TRAF6 or some molecule, and that is found to be one of the target protein molecule which is involving in some disease causing reactions. So this has found out to be a trigger protein or trigger molecule that need to be nullified through the wet lab experiment, and here also through this kind of approach also we have found out the so through this kind of approach also we have found the same thing. So this needs to be nullified. This is the target one we have found out. Okay, and there are many others also who has a very least values as point minus point, right? And there are high values also are there. So this needs to be displayed in that plugin. So we need to plot all those values in this way, like this. So this is what our requirement is. So we have to go to MATLAB or any other software and fetch our prepare all those digital data, plus 1 minus 1 like that, and perform all this task. That is tedious one actually. This is a small pathway I'm taking. This is about, as you can see, so let's print X. So this is the pathway actually. This is about 1925 reactions and about 19 some molecules involved. But there are some reactions which has a high level of reactions and molecules involved. So in that case we might need an automated tool to handle that task. And even 19, more than 19, this tool doesn't take more than 90 rows or columns, like it won't take more than that. So this was the limitation and we need to overcome that in our plugin. So, and as you can see in this pathway, this is a just small one, and there are some methods or ways to merge 3 or 4 different pathways and make one single pathway, and we need to perform the calculation, this kind of calculation on that pathway, and that will be a tedious one. We cannot go for a manual calculation. So for that purpose we need this tool or this plugin to be prepared. So that would give this kind of values. So once you plot it, it will give all your plots and least values that needs to be highlighted in that tool. So everything, this kind of task, to perform this kind of task, there should be an user interface, clickable user interface kind of thing, or different tabs or menus kind of thing. You get to know, you have a better understanding about that. So this is what our requirement is. Hope this video helpful for you. Thank you.